Okay, welcome to practice session with Khan part 3. Today we'll look into the relationships between form, feeling, and perception. So yesterday we did feeling, and the first day we did form. So today we're starting to weave things together a little bit. Usually when we go into the session, the perception aggregate is kind of overloaded. We ideate, we conceptualize about conceptualization, we ideate about ideation. So we just think about thinking, we think about thoughts, we loop our mind into these patterns. And what we want to discover today is what would happen naturally as we ease into meditation. And the direct relationship between what happens when your feelings, tones, the sensations are clearly perceived, what happens to the rest of the perception of thinking. And we're also using the form aspect. And also the breath is like what we used previously to guide us. Once again, when I say using the breath here, I do not mean in the way of watching the nostril or scanning the side or feeling the belly going in and out, but just one way of looking at the breath. Really, when we're talking about using the breath as the object of meditation, or say something like breathe with your entire body, what I really mean by that is this kind of subtle breath, that the rhythmic pattern of going in, going out, going in, going out with the entire body. That kind of motion. And we feel into that when we map that motion to the different aggregates, to the form, to feeling tones and sensations, so we can watch a sensation breathe as well. Yeah. Okay, so we can start from right where we are, which is with our eyes open. Usually we start with eyes open because it can also build a really good connection with the space that you are in, and also serve as a very useful anchoring point for the end of the session when you return to this position once again after have done the meditation, so you can feel into the difference in momentum, clarity, bliss. With your eyes open, drop the tension in your gaze, have a broad perspective, find a comfortable position that you can settle in. And let's start breathing with the entire body. As you're breathing with the entire body, also notice what kind of feeling tones are coming up How does it feel to be your body right now? Just a quick notice. You don't have to scan it out, don't have to follow in any sort of feeling tones. So also notice what kind of storyline is running up and down in your mind right now. So-called distractions. Just allow them to arise. Okay, that's a quick overview of what's going on. Now let's anchor the breath to the heart center and slowly close your eyes. And from this heart center, continue to breathe. And if feeling tones or storylines comes up, that's okay. Breathe them too. And then anchor back to this heart center. If it's getting too overwhelming for you or too sleepy, slow down. And the way we can slow down is being more intentional, more attentive with the breath. So you can watch it closer, seeing clear and clear about the sensation that makes up the heart chakra region. So the anchor is stronger. Okay, and now from the heart center, expand the sense of focus to your entire body again, the entire embodiment of your physicality, and sense into the feelings of this entire body once again. So it could feel like your body have shrunk down into the heart center, or your heart center has expanded. And see how to map or align the full body, the sensations, and the breath, and unify them together. All right. Now continue our expansion. Take on the form of the entire space around you, unifying that space with the breath and with any sorts of feeling tones or sensation. Usually, when we do this, it can quickly reveal how tight we are in our head about usual habit of perceiving from there. So all the storyline builds up this knot of solidity in the head. And as we expand to the entire space, that knot is very stubborn. That's okay. That's the point of this training. Just continue to breathe as the entire space. Feel into the sensations of that knot. If right now you see bright light, luminosity of stillness, and just bask in that. Let go, relax even more. Or generally, whatever you're feeling right now, just relax. And allow whatever that needs to come up. Come up. This is a sort of space that revelations come to us. very intense. Okay, now let's gather back into the form of the body once again. Feel your arms, your feet, your head, and slowly tune your sense of the room again. Open your eyes. And once again, we are at the perception of how we begin the session, but quite different. Because we've undergone the transformation. That was quite an intense session, very powerful. So let's take some more time to slowly integrate back. Otherwise, a lot of time we'll be too dazed. And actually, it can be even more foggy, more unstable compared to prior to the meditation. And we don't want that, do we? We still have to perform, we have to show up, take care of our days. Or if you're about to go to sleep, then we want to sleep with a semi-peaceful internal landscape. So no need to rush here. Now we can do the breath, focus on the breath as a course, chest, lungs area kind of observing, because it's very, very grounding to do it like that. Yes. A lot of times, because perhaps the novelty of the expansion, spaciousness, whatever, we kind of have this strong preference to get out of the body and go into the formless. But when we go into the formless, and it can be scary, unstable, sometimes terrifying. Now it feels really good just to breathe in this body, you know. Okay, so some concluding thoughts. Once again, thank you so much for going through this practice sessions with me. Throughout this process, we go first from just sensing the space, the body, how it feels, and allowing whatever storyline distractions to come out. And these feelings, these tones have a very strong and tight link with the storyline if both sides are like solidified into a mess of emotions. So as we begin to untangle this side of the feelings, of course distraction is going to come up. That's fine. That's why that's part of the training, to be distracted and then navigate while being battered around by thought trains and by strong emotions. But we find our footing, and that's why the breath, feeling into that arising and passing of the distraction itself, and then found our footing, is very, 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 very useful. And yes, like we were saying, this breath acts as an anchor, and from this anchor, we have the chance to unite pacify, unify this different dimension of ourselves, really. That we unify the sense of being in this body. We unify that with whatever sensations or feeling tones is happening. We unify that with whatever storyline that comes up. So as we keep doing that, and we can even expand and unify the sense of the entire space around us. Yeah. What's very interesting is a lot of time when we expand to that space, we'll feel this thing much more. It's part of the training, yeah. And I would even say that for me, what's more helpful is not to try to dissolve this or try to get rid of it, really, but just being in the space itself and feeling this rhythm of the space, massaging this perception, this sense of tightness over here. And that's when a lot of insight about us can arise. And as we do that, the will to practice goes stronger and stronger and stronger to the point that we do a release. We just let go. Yeah, and then the revelation can also arrive for us. Yeah. We'll see how those perceptions at first is just starting from distractions like random monkey mind chattering, random pulling us here, pulling us there, and then it becomes the kind of perception that on the feeling tones, on the sensation, maybe like the storyline that these things hold. Like maybe you're tired and you feel into that and you see why you're tired or whatever the case that happens to be. And then we use that same ability to perceive, to allow it to perceive the sense of self or the sense of solidity right here. And then expand even beyond and just let the perception be the vessel in which that we can have divine inspiration. So we get pretty trippy. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next session. Have a good one.